Have you ever really wondered what separates a good custom shower from a truly great one? It's actually not just about the beautiful tile you see on the surface. So come on, let's pull back the curtain and uncover the secrets that make a shower last a lifetime. And this is the dream, isn't it? The idea of transforming a purely functional space into your own personal spa. But, as we're about to see, turning that dream into a reality that actually lasts, well, it's all about what happens before the very first tile is ever laid.
So, one of the first things people always ask for is floor-to-ceiling tile. And it's so easy to see why. It just creates this high-end, seamless look that draws your eye upward, making the whole room feel bigger. And just as important, it gives you way better protection against moisture.
Next up, the built-in bench. And listen, this isn't just about looks. This is a total game changer for comfort and accessibility. It gives you a stable place to sit, to relax. It's one of the most requested upgrades for a reason. It's a pretty simple addition that delivers a daily dose of spa-like luxury.
Now, if you're going for that super sleek, modern feel, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats a curbless entry. Getting rid of that step-over curb creates this amazing, seamless flow from the bathroom floor right into the shower. It's also a key feature for universal design, which makes the shower accessible for literally everyone.
And where do you put all your bottles and soaps? Instead of those flimsy hanging caddies that are always falling down, recessed niches offer this elegant built-in storage. They get rid of all the clutter and can even become a cool design accent, especially if you highlight them with a contrasting tile.
Okay, so we've covered all the beautiful features everybody wants. We've got the tile, the bench, the curbless entry. But with all these stunning elements, what is the single most important part that guarantees your shower is actually going to last?
The answer is the part you'll never ever see. The true quality, the real craftsmanship, is completely hidden from view. It's the invisible engineering underneath it all that makes the difference between a shower that fails in 5 years and one that lasts for 50.
So here's the crucial point. A custom shower is really just a completely watertight box that's disguised with beautiful tile. The long-term survival of that entire structure depends on getting this invisible foundation absolutely perfect. Let's be super clear about one critical fact. Tile and grout are not waterproof. Water will eventually get through them. The real hero here, the part doing all the heavy lifting, is the waterproofing membrane. This is a continuous, totally sealed layer behind the tile that makes sure not a single drop of moisture ever reaches your home's framing.
Now this is interesting. See this number? 1/4 inch per foot. That is the absolute minimum slope required by building codes for a shower floor. It's not just a suggestion, it's the rule that guarantees water flows directly to the drain and never, ever pools, because pooling water is what leads to mold, rot, and serious damage.
So here's how all those layers come together when a pro does the job. It all starts with a solid structure and, of course, that critical slope. Then on top of that goes the right kind of backer board, which is then completely wrapped in that all-important waterproofing membrane. And the beautiful tile that you actually see, well, that's the very last step in the whole process.
And this is what really separates the pros from the rest. They obsess over these details. Every single seam, every corner, every screw hole is sealed up tight. They use special gaskets where the plumbing comes through the wall. It's this incredibly meticulous approach that creates that truly fail-safe, watertight box we've been talking about. Okay, so our box is waterproof. Awesome. Now, how do we make sure the tile actually sticks to it and stays stuck permanently? Well, this brings us to the science of sticking. And believe me, the specific mortar a professional chooses is unbelievably important. This stuff is called thin-set mortar. Think of it as the specialized cement glue that bonds the tile to the wall. Using the wrong kind or even just mixing it improperly is a recipe for total disaster. The quality of this material is quite literally the bedrock of your entire tile installation. Right, so not all mortars are created equal. You have your basic, unmodified mortar, but pros almost always use a polymer-modified version. Those polymers act like microscopic flex agents, giving the mortar a much stronger grip and just a little bit of flexibility, which is absolutely essential for today's popular porcelain and glass tiles. Here's another one of those critical numbers for you. 95%. Industry standards demand that in a wet area, like a shower, at least 95% of the back of each tile has to be in contact with mortar. If you have less than that, you create hollow spots, which can lead to cracked tiles and, you guessed it, water getting in. And what about the edges? A real pro never leaves a raw tile edge exposed.
They use finishing trims like these Schluter profiles. These things do two jobs perfectly. They give a really clean, modern look, and more importantly, they protect those vulnerable tile edges from getting chipped.
We're almost there. The tile is up. The edges are perfect. Now it's time for the final, critical choice that's going to determine your shower's look, its durability, and how much time you spend cleaning it. Let's talk about grout.
This chart breaks it down perfectly. Your traditional cement grout is porous and needs to be sealed all the time. High-performance grouts are a big step up. They're denser, more stain-resistant. But for the ultimate in durability and basically zero maintenance, epoxy grout is the undisputed king. It's practically impermeable, which means it won't stain and it never ever needs sealing. Yeah, it's a higher upfront cost, but it pays for itself in how tough it is and how easy it is to clean.
And here's a huge pro tip that separates the experts from the amateurs. All of the inside corners, so where walls meet other walls or where the walls meet the floor, they should be filled with flexible silicone caulk, not hard grout. Your house naturally shifts and moves a tiny bit, and this flexible joint prevents ugly cracks from forming over time. It's a must-do.
This really brings us right back to our central idea, doesn't it? After looking at all this, the waterproofing, the mortars, the grout, it's so clear that the most important parts of a truly high-quality shower are the ones you'll never see again once the job is done.
So that leads us to this final, really important question. When you decide to invest in a professional, custom-built shower, you're buying more than just beautiful tile. What are you really getting for your money?
It's this. It's peace of mind. It's the confidence that comes from knowing that behind that beautiful surface, there's an expertly crafted, totally waterproof system that's built to the highest possible standards. It's a luxury you can't see, but it's one you will definitely appreciate for decades to come.